Thursday. Let's get real about relationships. All right, so let's get it. Listen, tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, we are talking about she can't cook and she keep a dirty house. Let's get funky. Yeah. Throwback Thursday, y'all. Yeah. Everything is gonna be all right. Just bop the bop, just boom, boom, the put the bop, the bop, just boom, boom, boom. Let's get it, bop, the bop, just bop, the bop, the bop, the bop, just the. Yeah. Are you ready? Yeah. Chef Guapo. T. Carey, right? What's up, y'all? Let's get into it. So that's how it's going down. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Daily Go Getimism show. It's the daily, the Daily Go Getimism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off left lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. What we talk about? What we talking about tonight? Tonight we talking about can't cook, keep a dirty house. What we talking about? What are we talking about? Can't cook and keeps a dirty house. What y'all know? Who do y'all know? What we are ultimately talking about tonight is the choices that men make in women. The choices that men make in women. Now, Most men are going to tell you, nah, man, I won't mess around with no John. They're going to keep a nice house. She don't want to clean. She don't want to cook, or she can't cook and don't want to clean. I don't want to have nothing to do with her. But the evidence shows a little bit of something different. The evidence shows that maybe there are times when we make adjustments in our staunch stance about what we will accept and what we will reject. You know what I mean? And to be fair, not all men require the same thing in a woman. I'm sorry. Make sound like I'm talking from social media. You know how people on social media can't spell, got bad grammar and all of that. All right. Anyway, not all men are looking for the same thing in a woman. But there are certain cookie cutter things that men say that they will not put up when it comes to a woman. One of those things might be that she can't cook. You know, people be like, certain men be like, listen, if she can't cook or won't cook, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. Now I'm thinking, like, if you're gonna tell me that your taste buds and your stomach runs or governs your whole relationship life, all right, well, that's on you. I can't say for a fact that it's false. I can't say that it's true. All right, if that's how you do, that's how you do. But I'm sure that there has been a woman out there that has pulled on either your heartstrings hard enough or your groin strings hard enough that made you reconsider, like, well, we can always cook together. I could show her how to whoop up some good grits, oodles and noodles, some hash browns. You know, at the very least, she should be able to get off a good breakfast. You know how breakfast food is the easiest food to cook. It don't take if you can't get if you can't get a breakfast right, then you might as well you shouldn't eat. You shouldn't eat if you can't get breakfast right. You know what I mean? You don't really, it ain't that much to it. Maybe a little salt and pepper, you know what I mean? You don't know how to crack an egg. You're like, yeah, she cracked the egg, but it was still shells in the egg. And I'm eating the eggs. They was tasting scrambled eggs. But they was a little crunchy because she don't know how to crack. She don't know how to crack the egg clean. She don't know how to do it clean, baby. Make me want to crack the egg on her head. All right, good. That's clean right there. We good? We good. What up, y'all? T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Jeff Guapo, what's going on, man? You know, I'm glad you came through checking out the show. And Astro says, this is cool. Do you realize your ancestors used to play the bongos in the Congos? Well, actually, that was a conga that I was playing. I don't know if my ancestors used to play a conga because they mostly play that down in South America or the Caribbean. But it's all good. You know, they might be my ancestors, and you know, in some kind of way. Not many people in my family have been known to mess around with Latinos, but you know, definitely some white people. So you know. Anyway, so and you said it's true. Okay, Bread Man, what's good? He says, do you like fried chicken? I don't know. Do you know anybody who doesn't like fried chicken? I actually do. I actually do know some people who do not like fried chicken, but you know, I'm good with fried chicken. All right. Ban Bread Man for being a little guy. Yeah. All right, good looking out. Good looking out, Astro. You saw what was happening, right? I ain't mad at that. And Elham, or is that Elam? What's going on, man? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, Breadman or some other shit. All right, so tonight we're talking about she can't cook and keeps a dirty house. Now that's not normally, those are normally the characteristics that would disqualify you from most men. But I know that some of you have been over some of your friends' houses when they lived with their girl or they were married, and you didn't see the cleanest house. You didn't see, you know, even if it wasn't dirty, it might have been really messy, cluttery, you know, maybe your friend and or his wife were like hoarders or whatever, you know. Some people can't stand to have an echo. Like an echo doesn't have a chance in their house. You know, you ever know somebody that has so much stuff in their house you almost can't walk a straight path? You know, you always have to move something out of the way. Like there's no way you could walk down a hallway or anywhere in the house without touching something. Something is going to catch on to your pants leg, your elbow. Something is going to at least rub up against your coat if it's the wintertime. I mean, some people are like that. So there are definitely men who can put up with a woman who doesn't keep a clean house. And that probably has a lot to do with if she has a more positive upside. You know, chemistry means a lot in a relationship. Chemistry means mucho, like, probably more than anything else in a relationship. So when you find the right chemistry with a woman, when a man finds the right chemistry with a woman, more than likely he's going to negotiate all of the other things that he said he would never do. It happens. He's probably going to negotiate all of the other things that he said he would never do. Like I said, I would never be with a chick who didn't cook. I said I would never be with a chick who didn't clean. I would never be with a chick that didn't give up the ass all the time. When I'm ready, she got to be ready all the time. When I pull up my Johnson, she better sponsor, act like she know what the monster is about to do. I'm about to pull out the one-eyed Willie and put it all deep in you. And if she start acting real cold like a fish, I ain't with that shit. Yo, that ain't my dish. I'ma have to do something. I gotta lose her. I gotta get with a girl that's not an abuser. Using sex as a weapon. I can't be doing that. If she do that, I'ma start to stepping. I'm out of here like Martin on the Martin show. Martin Lawrence, you know what I'm talking about. You know how it go. Yo, I can't live my life acting like I can't get no ass from my wife. If she got a big old rack on her chest and I can't touch her rack whenever I want to, what the hell is this? But I have heard men say that. I could never be with a woman, who wouldn't give me sex all the time, wouldn't give me sex all the time. I gotta be begging for the sex. I can't have sex all the time. And then I know men who claim that they haven't had sex with a woman in months. Like they on a twice a year plan. I'm like, is one of y'all sick? Like one of y'all, I can understand it. If one of y'all is sick, if there's something preventing y'all from being able to have sex, that would be understandable. I mean, that would be something that should probably be discussed, and it's something that you would have to work out. But if she's just holding out just for the sake of holding out, I'm like, well, that don't sound like a positive situation. What we doing? James Flooring, what's good? How you feeling, man? Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you mucho. All right, this is what we're going to do. For those of y'all who are new here, as y'all start filing in, because it always starts off a little slow, and then we start to snowball, we start to roll in. So, I know that some people come on live and they get a little discouraged. They're like, there's nobody in here. Why is there anybody in here? Is he talking devil music? No. Just know it's late night. You know what I mean? Sometimes people, they wake up out of their sleep, they come in when they come, but they have enough time to come. But if you have never been here before, this is a totally interactive show. You can call into this show and have your voice be heard. If you want to ask a question, make a statement, if you want to lie, if you want to laugh, cry, holler, yell, scream, curse, cuss, swear. If you want to sit in the chair, stand up against the wall, you can come here and you can do it all for real, y'all. All right, so the number to call, I'm still acting like I'm gonna put in the old number here. I gotta get my life together. Yo. All right, so here's the number. The number to call here. I said the number to call here is 267-874-1949. That's the number to call. I said a 267-874-1949. Yes, y'all. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 267-874-1949, baby. Call 267-874-1949. and I'll get you right here on the air. I'll get you right here on the air, and don't worry. We don't push people off the phone real fast. It's not like you're calling into sports radio or requesting a song where they're only going to give you a couple of seconds, then speak a little piece, and then they're going to get you up out of here. No, there are no call screeners or anything like that. So whatever y'all come at me with, I got to be able to handle it in real time. But we normally have a good time here. We always have a good time here. I think this show is the best thing smoking at 2:00 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. But what do I know? I know I'm prejudiced. I know I'm biased. It's all good. It's all good. Appreciate y'all coming through. Jeff Guapo says, if you got to fold and conform to bullshit, no bueno. But if changing just actually real, but if changing just actually real stuff. Well, yeah. But the thing is, a lot of time when a man is around his boys, he's going to, set a certain standard for himself. Men love to one up each other. We do. We one up each other. Like, well, yeah. Man, I wouldn't put up with my woman would never do that. I ain't putting up with that shit. Oh no, shoot, I can't. Here's a good one. Oh no, I can't be with no chick who don't got no fat ass. She got fat ass. I can't. No. I can't be with a flatty. I can't be with that no ass at all. I can't do that. I can't even stand tall. Y'all can do it, but I can't do it. I need it ass so fat that shit run over like a cup, and I gotta be like, yo, baby, what's up? Well, everybody has their physical preferences, and they may have some other preferences that align with their desires too. But yeah, I've heard that one. Or, big titties. Like, yo, she got to have big, juicy. If anything less than a D cup, I can't see her. It got to be the little. Oh, shit. What's going on? Oh, man. We got somebody coming on that hasn't been here in a while. It's good to see him. My man, John Jeffries. What up? What up, my peoples? Man, I ain't seen you here since the summertime. It's good to see you, my G. He says, my man Omar with the fresh Kelly Green Ralph Lauren button down. You right about this. It is the Kelly Green. I call it Christmas green. Hold on, we have a call on the line already. This is what we're gonna do.
You have a call.
Okay. All right, caller. Hold on for a second. Just hold on for a second. I'm going to pick up your call. I'm going to get right to you as soon as I, finish this little preamble, and then I'm going to get right to you. I'm going to get right to you. All right. But yeah, I call it Christmas green. Plus it got the red on Polo Horse. So it's like, Christmas time, green and red. Yeah, I said, and I'm a Muslim, so it don't make no sense. But it's all good. It's all good. The colors are the colors. The colors are the colors, baby. Oh, James Floyd, it's you on the line. All right, that's what's up. I'm gonna get to you just a second. Just give me 1 second. Jeff Guapo says, I don't have friends, so I don't even be into those combos. Still, whoever your woman is represents you. So even if you're not one-upping with your boys or comparing notes or whatever, still when you go out into the world, you know what I mean? You might not be willing to sell your chick off, but you wanted to be worth money. You wanted to be worth money. So anyway, the bottom line is men say that they won't put up with a certain thing, but sometimes we put up with the certain thing that we said we wouldn't put up with. Sometimes we do it on a low, and sometimes it's things that everybody can see. Like, yo, all his life, he said he would never be with a chick that didn't have a fat ass. His wife don't have a fatty. But she put something on that. She put something on him. She put something on him. She seasoned him up. She marinated him. He couldn't resist. Okay. Oh, that's not you, James. Okay, all right, cool. I'm about to get to the call in just a second. But yeah, so when the feeling is right and when you're really into somebody and your curiosity, when there's something inside of you saying, yo, we not leaving yet. We went, hold on. Like this thing is worth, I'm going to stay for the show. You know how, like this show, some people might come to the show and be like, All right, I'm gonna listen for a few seconds. Know I can find something better to do. I'm gonna go up and down the dial, or I'm gonna watch TV, or I'm gonna go to bed or something like that. And other people are gonna come to the show and be like, "Well, hold on. Oh, this shit is kind of interesting. I like the conversation. I like the vibe. This is a good look." It's the same thing with a woman. A man will stay for the show if the show is interesting. Like if the music is good, the atmosphere is fly. Like, oh, all right, yeah. Okay, yeah. No violence, nobody acting crazy. Like I can sit back, relax, order some drinks, get a little something to eat. You know, just feel I can get into this. This is the place to be. This is the place to be, baby. And he's going to do the same thing with a woman. So even though she may have some disqualifying features or characteristics, if the show is worth watching, you're going to stick around and watch. Listen, I know that y'all have seen some of your friends or family members turn over. I don't want to say they got turned out, but they turned over. Like they were sticking to one thing, and now they on a totally different thing. It could be anything. Like, oh, I would never mess around with a white girl. You know what I mean? No, it's only the sisters. You see him creeping with Amy. You over there creeping with Amy. Got a little Megan. What's going on with Kayla? Oh, I see Ashley. Oh, I see what you're doing over there. You rocking out with Steph. Ooh, ain't nothing left. Hey, it happens. It happens. It happens. You know what I mean? When the opportunity presents itself, then you know the soup was smelling good. The soup was smelling good. It might take a while for you to admit that you tasted the soup. But that's what we're talking about tonight. Can't cook. Keep a dirty house. What's up with Shorty? Caller with the last number is 5212. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
No, I was just calling to see how you're doing and what you're talking about. I agree with everything you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the separation of, I think, you know, mind you, I'm 34.
Okay.
So, but I'm also engaged to a person that is 27.
Okay.
So I've got kind of both sides of things in the sense that, you know, she has all the social media. You know, I'll give you an example. She tells me a couple of weeks ago, she goes, "You can't look at Cooking with Kaya." I said, "I don't know what the hell you're talking about." What is Cooking with Kaya? She goes, "Well, you're not allowed to look at it." Okay. Well, now I'm curious, and while the two of us are laying next to each other, I'm going to look this up. I pull up the videos, and I'm like, why the fuck would I be interested in this? Like, what is? I was like, it's not even good cooking. I mean, I get it. I get the whole thing. But, like, why are you concerned? She's like, well, because everybody else is concerned. Well, no, that's not me. I was like, I like your cooking, so don't worry.
Hold on. What is Cooking with Kaya? Is that an actual cooking show, or is this some type of?
It's a whole. I don't know if it's the TikTok or the.
Is it on TikTok?
It's on TikTok. I only searched it on YouTube, so because I don't have any of those things. So.
Oh, you're not on social media. Okay.
Yeah, so I just searched on YouTube Cooking with Kaya, and I found out what the issue was. It became a whole thing for women being upset with their men about watching this. Like, to break it down, it's women didn't like that their men were watching Cooking with Kaya because there's this young woman cooking meals and then also, you know, twerking and, you know, showing and being like, hey, this is what you could have.
Okay. All right. So basically she's on there twerking and dressing real scantily clad and all of that. And okay, so it's like a sexy cooking show. Is she actually cooking anything?
Yeah.
All right.
And then on the flip side was the men saying, hey, all of you are saying, like, you know, I love you. Or, hey, I love you. You're not Chris Hemsworth. Or, you know, it's okay for the women to say, oh, well, you know, I gave up my dreams to be with Ryan Reynolds. And that's okay to say. But the instant that the man watches Cooking with Kaya, who's a real woman that they probably could be with, it's not like they're going to be with Angelina Jolie or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it was a whole thing. And even my fiance said it. I was like, hey, I don't know who this person is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about who this person is. You're saying something to me as you're laying next to me, and I have no idea what you're talking. I'm watching, you know, a gun video or something like that. I was like, that's not a thing that would ever come across my interest, but you had to say it. You had to say, hey, you're not allowed to watch this. I was like, I don't care. I don't care about it. Why would you have to say it? It's the collective mind of why are all these people saying, all these women saying, oh, you're not allowed to watch that anymore. And now it's become a thing. And I looked into it.
Mm-hmm.
People have broken up with people because they watched the Cooking with Kaya thing.
Well, how did they know? How would your woman know if you were watching Cooking with Kaya?
I don't know what any given relationship happens and how it goes into it, but you know, it's you would probably venture to guess.
Well, I'm watching it now. I can definitely see why men watch Cooking with Kaya. This is a great channel.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can watch Cooking, but they don't give a shit about the cooking. No, either or. It's the men don't care.
She got implants,
the men don't care.
She got implants.
I think it's more, and I haven't looked to. I watched like 15 seconds of a video. I was like, oh, okay, it's this girl that's gonna cook in her kitchen, and she twerks. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But I think there's like a huge amount of videos, and what I've come to understand is that she's like, yeah, this is what your woman should do. This is what should happen. I'm like, oh, okay. So there's like a deeper thing in there. And I don't have that issue, but I don't know. I mean, what have you been speaking about? Like, what's going on with you?
Well, okay. So tonight, you've never been to this show before?
No, it's first time caller, first time listener.
Okay, cool. So tonight, what we're talking about is she can't cook, she can't keep a man. I mean, she can and she keeps a dirty house. So we're basically talking about the way that men choose women tonight. So
okay.
You know how some men will put their standards out there, like I don't want a woman who maybe is promiscuous, or I don't want a woman who doesn't like to work, or I don't want a woman who has a lot of kids or whatever. And we're talking about how men may stand on what they say that they don't like in a woman, and they may bend to the exact type of woman that they said that they wouldn't date. If 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 the situation presents itself in a way that seems pleasing or opportunistic for him. You know what I mean? Like if it's a good situation, it's a good situation. Like if you said that because of one or two or three things you would not deal with a woman, but you realize that she has so many other redeeming qualities, you just may relax all of your other things that you said that you would never.
I feel like us as men, we relax those things pretty quickly if she's, you know, real good looking, things like that, without any interest in maintaining it, if you will. I'll say for me personally, I've been with two women throughout my 20s that each had a child. At each time that I was with these two different women, their daughters were 3 years old. I was 22 when I first met the first one, and she came up to me. She was the one that, you know, initiated everything, and I was like, all right, cool. This is, you know, I was like, this person's really into me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is going to be the deal. Made a lot of sacrifices, and, you know, was way too young to understand any red flags and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Glossed over, made my own mistakes, and not that I cheated or anything, but, you know, made my own mistakes in just not being a mature human at 22. Screwed up. She used the love that I had for that child that had no father figure, called me dad. She ended up using it against me at the end of the relationship. Destroyed me. Later on, 25, 26-ish, was with a person that was just absolutely evil. Love the little girl. She was just great. I mean, she was an evil genius of a child, but that's how 3-year-olds are. And nothing against that person, that 3-year-old child, and, you know, hope that they've, you know, since then had a great life. I'm currently with, I mean, I've gone through my time in the military after the fact, and I'm now out for just over a year. And I'm with a person that is massively intelligent, but still, you know, there's things that we need to build on and everything like that. It's just like using the concept of, like, but I also have friends, close friends that I can speak to. One, he has his own child, his own son, who is, I don't know, 1.5 years old. Women would say that's, what, 18 months years old, or maybe more than that. But great kid, cute kid. He loves the hell out of it. The mother of the child is absolutely just off the wall, and yet he can't get full custody, despite, you know, her drug use, her, you know, tumultuous home life, things like that. He just can't get it. Even with proof, video proof of things that she's, you know, he still can't get full custody of the child, and that's all he wants. You know, he wants to protect the kid and all these things, and
all right.
And then at the same, go ahead.
Hold on a second. Let's get focused a little bit. All right, so we're talking about when a man when a man considers dating or getting with a woman who has qualities or characteristics that he probably said he would never ever accept or be with. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been with a woman that or dated a woman or whatever that had things going on that you previously said that you didn't like or that you would never accept? You know, like maybe.
Well, I mean, like I just stated, you know, I've been with two people that had children at my early 20s, my mid 20s, and I was still with them. The first time it was great until it wasn't. The second time was pretty quickly not good. And now that I'm nearly 35 and I'm dating this 27-year-old who has no kids. I also have no kids, which people could consider, an issue or, a red flag in and of themselves. No, I've dated, and the thing is, the kid or the red flag, let's say the kid.
Wait, did you ever say that you wouldn't date a woman who had kids? Was that a deal breaker for you previously?
Yeah, that was at times a thing that I'd said. And also,
all right,
in the past, there was something that I'd said I didn't want kids.
Oh, okay. All right.
And then, I hit 30 and I was like, oh shit, yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do want, and I definitely do. It was solidified when I met the person that I'm with now, and it's like, yeah, that's the person I want to have kids with. But yeah, for most of I guess all of my 20s, I said, oh, I'm not going to have kids. I'm going to do my thing. And I, at the end of it, I was in the military doing some stuff.
Well, why did you say that you didn't want kids?
Well, I was focusing more on how, I just wanted to kind of build this thing for me.
Your whole life? Like you didn't want kids ever?
No, yeah. I was like, how can I bring a child into the world if I'm going to be in the military or, constantly traveling? I'm never there for the child, things like that.
Well, if you're married in the military, you take your family with you everywhere you go.
That's true. Save for certain circumstances that in the job that I was doing, it would not have been the case. So it was easier to just kind of separate yourself from any kind of concept of like being with a person or having kids or anything like that. But then as I, spent my time in the military, I was like, oh, okay, I can still do these things. And I can actually make these things happen. But, I'm over 30 at this point. I'm like, oh gosh, how do I do this? And, because most of the people that you would find on dating apps and things like that were, my age, be it 30 to 34. And they're very career focused individuals.
Okay. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this. What are some other things that you said that you didn't like in women? And have you ever dated women who had like maybe you don't like women with moles on their faces? Let's keep it as simple as possible. Have there been times when the love of a woman or something about her energy made you change your mind about something that you previously stood strong on? Now we have the kids thing. All right, you adjusted because of that. Anything else?
Well, yeah, in the past, I did not have that strength to say, hey, these are things about this person that I I don't like, I should probably call it. I didn't have that strength. You know, now, as of the past, let's say 5 years, finally have it. Yeah, there's been some crazies.
Okay. So
real good looking people, but yeah, it's, people that'll, for example, dated a girl, and I mean, it was a few weeks or something like that. I'm like, hey, I left my phone in your car, and rather than her, just bringing the phone to me or anything, or recognizing that the phone's there, I had to go and buy, a track phone, like, one of those prepaid phones. I had to do that. I had to, luckily out of memory, have the phone number and call her, and she's like, oh, okay, well, I'll leave it underneath the mat or something. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, just bring me the phone. Like, I just spent $80 to get this phone to then set it up and call you. And even after that, I was just like, hey, are we going to see each other again? And it was stupid. I was just like, yeah, it was good, but wow. Like,
all right. So the woman that you're with now, you said she's 27, you're 34, right?
yeah.
All right. Had you ever said, that's not a big age difference, but at certain times in your life, that may have been a significant age difference. Had you ever said to yourself that you would never date anybody 7 years younger than you?
Yeah, if it was anything under the age of 18, I mean, I would think even at 25.
Right, because that would have put you with an 18-year-old. So
yeah,
now
that would have been. I mean, that's the thing. It's like I was already out of college.
Mm-hmm.
What's weird is I mean, it's an unfair bias to people that are younger. But
I mean, it's your preference. You like what you like.
You ultimately see them as you see yourself in the past, like you were a child. Like, be it time in college or be it time even not in college or anything that you've experienced between the ages of 18 to 25, you feel like you've dealt with, I mean, unless you're the kind of person that's just had it really easy or something. You see that separation between 18 and 25 where you can finally rent a car, they hope that at 25, you know better than to just fuck off on that car or whatever it is. And you see it as, in my time since the military, which has been a year, my fun mess around job that I do on the weekends, I work security for a club, and I get to see the best and the worst of people between the ages of 21 up to 50. And I'll tell you this. Men between the ages of 21 and 25, they're the most respectful I've ever seen. They're strong, apologetic, and they understand the mistakes they've made. Except if they're just blackout drunk.
Okay.
Men 30 years old to 40 years old, I'd say 30 to 37 years old, are the ones that want to fight. And they want to fight for pride because they feel as though they are deserved of some sort of respect or something. They don't know what it is, I've had somebody say, "Hey, I'm a business owner." I was like, "What's your business? I don't care. Like, you're in a place, you did a thing wrong. I don't care what you do. I'm asking you to get the hell out of here. And I don't want to punch you because I don't want you to punch me." And then you've got people 50 years old and older that when you have to give them a pat down as they go into a club, they're like, "What the hell is even this?" I'm like, "You can just leave if you don't want to deal with this." Where I don't understand where entitlement starts and where it ends, be it in income or age or anything like that.
Okay.
Entitlement is never going to be a thing. And,
all right. So listen, I got to get ready to let you go, but let me just ask you this. Let me just ask you this before you go. With your current woman, are there other things about her that you recognize that you would not have accepted before, but that you accept now?
If in the past, I probably wouldn't accept. She's from a family that is traditionally Catholic, and based on that, we have to have a traditionally Catholic wedding, which is not who, I'm not Catholic, but I respect it, and I go to church with them all the time. If you'd said that to me, 10 years ago, say, "Hey, you're going to be married to a traditional Catholic, Hispanic Catholic," all that stuff, and
if she's Hispanic, she's
so
strong.
We're engaged, but we still don't live together because of these traditions. And I'm like, if you showed me that rap sheet right there 10 years ago, I'd be like, "No, what the hell are you talking about? That's crazy." But now, I am in the family. I am going to church. I'm doing these things, and I mean, it's not that, and everybody knows, like the priest knows that I'm not Catholic. It's all fine. It's like, we're still going to do the classes. We're starting the classes next month. Those things. It's like, this is what you do for these things. But and then also, I mean, we've been engaged. No, we've been together for 3 years, but we've been engaged for 1 year. And, we've had our ups and downs, but, I've made apparent, like, hey, these are the things that have to happen, for me, and for, I understand what has to happen for you, and this is how we do it. We do it in an adult way. And I mean, if you were to show me like I said, the rap sheet at the beginning of it, like before I ever met her, I'd be like, yeah, no. But that's the biggest thing, is we encountered these things as we went forward, as we grew together. Her mom is a narcissist. She's a brilliant woman, a PhD. Her father's a PhD, a former Army captain that went through Vietnam. Loved the guy to death, loved the mom to death. Like, if I had known the amount of work that had to go into gaining favor and, love from these people, I probably would have said no. I've been like, no, dude, it's like, that just sounds like so much fucking work just to be with a person. But at the same time, now that I'm on the other side of it, it was totally worth it.
Okay.
So it seems like a red flag at the beginning, But when it's something that's meaningful, when you know it's the person that you want to be with, and you're like, hey, I'll say this: red flags are red flags. They're always going to be there for anybody that you're with. It could be the literal like angel of the world, but it's whether or not you're willing to. It's whether or not they're willing to work on it. And if you understand how there's a middle ground on how to deal with those things, if they're not willing to work the way that you're willing to work, then yeah, no, fuck that shit. Don't. If they're not going to give it up, that they screw. And that's one of the big things that my fiance and I had an issue with. I was like, hey, you're being a dick. You're being a bad person right now. Like, I'm telling you about things. And she would be stubborn. She's a stubborn, strong-hearted, Latina woman. And she's just like, no, fuck you. But then, you give it an hour or something. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay. She didn't want to give it up right at the beginning.
Okay, yeah, I know the type.
Yeah,
I get it. I totally get it.
Like, okay, I took an hour. I realized, I'm like, okay. I was like, hey, can we work on like maybe figuring this out a little sooner? And this, after 3 years, we're in a perfect fucking place. So yeah.
Okay, I hear you. Good shit, man.
But yeah, no, hey, thanks for taking my call.
Yo, I appreciate you calling in. Call in anytime, man. Thanks for listening to the show. And
I appreciate you.
All right, man. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Chochi got him. And Chochi fire. Whoosh. You got that reconsideration. That reconsideration twat. I know how it be. I know how it be. I understand. I understand. I get it. I see you, my man. Well, I mean, that's one of those easy things that gets a man to reconsider. Good sex. Good sex is one of those things that make a man change his mind about a whole lot of things. But for some people, sexual pleasure will keep them in toxic relationships or situations. And for some people, they have the power to say, like, well, look, although you got something good going on between the legs, at the end of the day,
you have a call.
At the end of the day, we still got to keep it 100. I'm calling with the last number 3143. Hold on for just a second, and I'll be right with you. But yeah, good sex doesn't hold everybody. It can be one of those things. For men, the stereotype for men is that if the pussy is good, then they'll accept anything or whatever. But yeah, I did think it was interesting that the caller said, he originally said that he would never date a woman who had kids, and here he is, like, yo, she got 2-piece. Like, all right, look, we gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. I said that I didn't want no kids. I didn't say you couldn't have no kids. You'll mess around. You gonna mess around, turn that double into a quadruple in a minute. But it's all good, man. It's all good. But when it's actually a good thing to meet somebody who will allow you to break your cycle, change your mind, tear down old walls and build new ones. You know what I mean? Literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. To find love is a good thing. It's not something that people always do. A lot of times people change their minds even though they haven't found love. They changed their mind just because they didn't. Well, it could be sex. It could be status. I'm sure that there are people who are listening to this show, or people who are listening to this show who know other people who have dated just for status, and they may have said that they would never do that, or maybe they said, let's say I don't know. Let's say Beyonce wasn't Beyonce yet. She was on her way to being Beyonce. And I'm only saying Beyonce because she's a big star and everybody knows her and all that kind of shit. All right. But let's say by some luck of the draw, Beyonce wasn't your type. And you said, I would never be with somebody who was like that. You met her. You know, Beyonce was cool. You know, she was somebody, you know, you could chill with. She was kind of sexy, kind of sensual, or whatever. You know, y'all had a nice time or whatever, but she still wasn't really your type. But then she started blowing up. She started blowing up, getting large. She getting money. She's standing on stages. She getting endorsements. She, you know, she's becoming who she is. The beehive is growing, and there's a lot of honey. Now it's like, oh, I ain't letting this John go. She getting money. She, you know, people look at me differently because, you know, that's my girl, and she don't even cheat on me. So you might put up with the other things about Beyonce that you thought, that you said that you would never put up with, but now you like, you know, we all have the right to change our mind. You know, women do that with men all the time. They do it with men all the time. Dudes that they have previously or historically rejected. Now he corny. I ain't getting with that broke ass, corny ass, blah 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 blah. He start getting money. He start raising his levels. He start getting bigger. He starts being more attractive in more ways than he ever was before. And now she like, he always did like me. It's time for me to cash in. It's time for me to cash in. Shoot. He was riding bikes before. Now he riding in limos. I want to get in. So if women do it, you think there are no men who do it? Shoot, you might argue that ASAP Rocky is doing it. He ain't trying to let Rihanna go. Like, yo, you ain't got to marry me, Rihanna. Want to have another baby? One thing about having a baby outside of wedlock, there's no prenup. She makes a lot more money than he does. You know, he a regular rapper. You know, he got a few million. I mean, she a billionaire. I'm sure that there's some things about Rihanna that gets on ASAP Rocky's nerves. But I'm sure that he's able to put his pride to the side like, well, you know, At first, I was just messing around with her because I thought she was cute. You know, she kind of been around a little bit. You know what I mean? Drake, Chris Brown, Hove, maybe a few other cats that we don't know about or do. And he like, all right, well, let me see what it's hitting for. See what it's hitting for. Right now, I don't think he has plans to go nowhere. He's like, shit. He like a baby mom now. He's more of a baby mom than she is. All right. Jeff Guapo says, man, it's crazy. People trying to force their programming upon you, which is just meant to keep folks docile. He says, I accept people for who they are, LOL. If I don't like you, I don't like you. If I don't like you, it's for a good reason. Okay. He says, are you settling for deal breakers? Some people are. Many people do. But it depends. If the person is worth the deal breaker or the reconsideration on the deal breaker. Now, it doesn't always have to be sex. It could really be the energy. The energy is stronger than the sex for a lot of people, even though like sex is an easy out because it's easy to explain. Oh yeah, man, she just caught me out there. She turned me out. She's such a freak. Blah 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 blah. Men think that other men will understand that, But in reality, it's the love of that woman that's making you change your mind, is making you reconsider things, and is making you do things that you probably said you wouldn't do before. It's that love, it's that energy, it's that chemistry. It's the fact that y'all seem to fit together better than y'all are apart. Hey, it is what it is. Let me see. So let's be real at our big grown age. Who been around the block? Who ain't been around the block? Word. Case Town says, in this live stream, I will give you $2. Yo, somebody give him a broomstick. And y'all use that however way y'all want to. All right. On the flip side, caller with the last number is 3143. Thank you for holding. What's on your mind tonight? What's good?
Hey, what's up, man? My name is JR.
What's going on, JR?
James. I'm James, but everyone calls me JR.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm Native American. Well, I'm Menominee, Potawatomi, Irish, and German.
Okay.
And I'm from the Menominee Nation Reservation in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
So, well, first of all, I wanted to introduce myself, say hello, and I appreciate you letting me get on here to have my voice heard.
I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah. Let me see, how can I start this?
All right, so you know what
I'm going out. What?
I said, you know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, relationships.
Basically, so we're basically talking about, you know, deal breakers for men and what makes them break their deal breakers. Basically.
Okay. Well, I know this girl. She's my next door neighbor. My family knows her family, and I knew her since I was 6 years old, right?
Okay.
And we were friends all these years growing up. She's 6 years older than me. I'm 38.
Okay.
And we end up, you know, because she was my friend, I said I would never date her, you know. Never crossed my mind, you know, growing up. And then I started getting attracted to her when I got a little older, you know. So when I graduated high school in 2007, I asked her out and she said no. And then I asked her out again and she finally said yes. So we started going out.
Okay.
So we were together for like 14 years. And then some shit happened. I had a crush on my other friend. And I was honest with her and I told her, you know, I said, hey, but we never did nothing. And then like not long later, she she says, oh, I think we should just be friends again, and basically ghosted me, right? And so that kind of fucked me up. And we weren't together. We broke up for like 5 years, 6 years. Now we're back together for a year, and I'm trying to figure out why she came back. If it's just, I don't know what the fuck, if she's a narcissist or what's going on, or if we're in love, or if we love each other, if we're supposed to be together. Very confusing, and so, and we're having trouble now. Like we're fucking having trouble right now. Like not getting along. Like I'm giving her space and giving myself space too. I quit drinking. I quit doing drugs. Been 1 year, Christmas Eve, trying to do better for myself and the relationship. But it's like she can't get on the same page with me. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. You know?
Okay. So, all right. So originally, I heard you say that you didn't really want to date this woman because she was a little older than you, right? So was age a factor for you?
It wasn't really the age; it was the friend thing. You know, being friends for so long.
Okay.
And the age too. I guess it was the age too. I never really thought about that, you know, until now.
Well, you know, I mean, if you've known her for a long time and you're 36 years old, so it wasn't that long ago. With 6 years, you seemed like an older woman. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Yeah.
That's a significant amount of time when you really think about it. You know what I mean? 6 years, like if you're 24 years old and you're dating a 30-year-old, you know, you're gonna feel like you're dating an older woman. You know, it's gonna have that feel. So the older you get, it seems like the closer an age that you feel like you are to each other. But when you're younger, y'all pretty much are separated. You know, that's a nice little distance.
There's a gap there.
Yeah. So were there other things about her that maybe you said that you wouldn't like to date, or that you wouldn't really put up with? Because all right, like the title of this show is called "She Can't Cook and Doesn't Keep a Clean House." So you know, like a lot of men say that they won't deal with a woman who won't cook, or keeps a nasty house, or things like that. But sometimes they may date a woman who does those kind of things, or doesn't do those kind of things because she may have some other things going on with her that he really likes, and it made him reconsider, what he said he wouldn't do. So are there other things about your woman that maybe you said that you didn't like, or that you wouldn't put up with, and that you're putting up with right now?
I wouldn't put, like, I don't like putting up with, I stopped putting up with it just lately. That's why we're not talking right now. Like, the arguing, when we get into an argument, he would, when two people are arguing, they're going to say mean things to each other, but try to keep it not too mean, because you don't want to fucking hurt somebody's feelings. But she says some pretty mean shit and this and that, and it's like playing games. And I told him, I was like, hey, I don't know, you got me fucked up, I said, because I'm not going to play games with you. I'm not going to go back and forth. I don't like, I'm just arguing bullshit. And it seems like she's starting arguments just to fucking start an argument or something, and it's like, what the fuck?
Is she the type that plays dirty? Like, like sometimes some people, women and men, might say things in the heat of an argument that they really can't take back. There's some people who really try to hurt people's feelings in an argument, and there's some people who don't really like to argue. Like, let's say you're the type of man who doesn't like to argue, because you said that you don't really like to argue. You don't really like that.
Exactly.
Now you might be dealing with a woman who not only doesn't mind arguing, but she goes for the jugular when she's angry, and she might be the type that blames the things that she says on her anger. Well, I didn't mean that stuff. I was just mad, and when I get mad, I just say things. But it might be things that really are hurtful and not well thought out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't cool. Yeah. So I know that's a deal breaker for me. I won't deal with a chick that plays those kind of games. Like, but I have. I didn't know, but I found out later on.
Right. And that's what I think that's what's happening now. Like, I'm starting to find out that she don't mind arguing. She like almost maybe like she likes to or wants to.
Yeah.
And that's like a deal breaker, but it's really sad because we're knowing each other all our fucking life,
Well, let me ask you this. And if it's too personal, please let me know.
Nothing's too personal.
All right, because some people like to start arguments and like to get into violent arguments because it gives them sexual arousal. So they kind of like that makeup sex type of thing. You know what I mean? So some women that I've known will actually start arguments so they can, so they can have that kind of aggressive energy going into sex. Like on some movie shit. You know what I mean? So
but that ain't even happening. Like, when I want to do that with her, when I want to have sex, she just lays there. She don't fucking touch me. She'll kiss and stuff, but it's like, come on, man, grab my dick, do something, Don't just lay there like a dead frog. I can't. I can't get fucking hard. You know. You're saying, "Oh, you can't get hard," but you ain't doing nothing to help me get hard. You know. It's like, what the fuck?
I hear you. Yeah, what you're talking about is a serious problem because a lot of men claim that they would never be with a woman who holds out on sex or acts like, acts unspirited in the bedroom or whatever. And sometimes you run into one. Now you may not have known that, beforehand, but when you find out, you may have already been into her so much that you thought you could turn it around. And I'm not talking about you personally, but it happens in situations with some men. So yeah, that's I'm sure you weren't looking for a situation where you were going to have sexual issues or problems in the bedroom. I don't think anybody looks for that, but sometimes you get them and you wonder, how the hell did I get here? Like, what kind of shit is this? No? JR? Are you there? You good?
Hello.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my fucking! I hit the mute button with my.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't hear nothing. Did we lose him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and then I asked her when we got back together after the 5-6 years, because we've been together like going on a year and a half now, and we were apart for all those years. I was like, "So who y'all been with or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And she says nobody, but I noticed she's doing, when we did have sex, that she was doing some different shit, A couple times we did do it. She was doing some different shit. So I was like, man, that's another thing. You're lying to me about that. You weren't with nobody else.
No. She read. She watched some videos and read some things.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. Try not to be negative.
That's where I'm at right now, bro. Fuck.
Huh?
That's where I'm at right now with my relationship problems and stuff, the deal breakers and all that shit.
I hear you. So what do you think you're going to do? Because I mean, well, let me ask you this: are you in love with your woman?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll always love this girl. She was my friend since I was 6 years old.
Yeah, but
we're neighbors,
But are you in love with her?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's actually a good thing, because if you are in love with your woman, then you'll probably look for ways to work it out with her. Do you think that the efforts that you're putting forth to work it out with her, do you think that she's willing to match those things?
That's what I'm working on right now. Like, exactly. Like, I'm staying away from her right now. I'm waiting for her to come to me and apologize for the mean thing she did, so we can work on our communication, because our communication is all fucked up right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well,
if she can turn around and match my energy, yes, I'll give it another shot after the 100,000th time I gave her,
Okay. Well, I mean, that's positive though. So what do you think it is? If you had to put your finger on the thing that makes you keep trying with her, what would you say it is?
Probably love, though.
Okay. Hey, I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. You know what I mean? It could because it could be something a lot more superficial. You know what I mean? Like I can't be mad at somebody who stays in a situation for love. I can't be mad at that at all. But do y'all have any children together or anything like that?
No, we don't. But I want children, and she's 44 and I'm 38. So if we're gonna do that, we gotta get going on that, or else adopt a kid or something.
Yeah. Does she have any children?
No, she don't. Not that I know of, anyway. But
okay.
Like I said, we were apart for 5-6 years. We didn't see each other. Mm-hmm. I seen her around a couple times.
And you don't have any children either?
No, sir, no kids. Okay. She's very she has social anxiety, like severe social anxiety.
Yeah.
And me, I'm a very outgoing person. So I looked at that in a positive way, like, hey, we're yin yang, you know, but I'm the outgoing one, you're the quiet, shy one, you know, like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I really hope things work out between the two of you. But I think that there's something there. There's something there.
Yeah.
If y'all have made
Definitely.
it this far, you know what I mean? I think that there's probably more good going on in your situation than you can probably explain here. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
but you know what? I don't normally try to give out advice, but I'm gonna give you a little word of advice. Well, a little exercise that you can try with your woman and see if this works.
Okay.
You know, I know that you said that it's hard for y'all have communication problems or whatever, but maybe if you could suggest to her, like presentation is everything when it comes to women. You know, the way you say things, the way you present things to them always makes a big difference on how they will receive them and play it out, you know? So maybe you could say to her, well, listen, I really love you and I really want to be with you and I want to work these things out with you. So there's some things about this relationship that makes me uncomfortable and I want to get more comfortable with you. So maybe because we are having some issues getting on the same page, maybe we can try this. Maybe y'all can sit down with each other at the kitchen table, dining room table, or whatever, and write down all of the things that you love about each other and all of the things, or you can number them. Maybe 10 things that you really, really like or love about each other and 10 things that you don't like about each other. Mm-hmm. And sort of don't do them all at one time. Like trade off. Like, okay, give me the first one you like, and then I'll give you the first one I like. Because I think if you break it down like that, one for one, instead of the whole list, then it'll probably encourage both of you to improve the list. Like let's say, for example, if the first thing on your list, the first thing you submit is, I really love the way that you wear your hair or present yourself. Like you always look really, really pretty, something like that.
Yeah.
And maybe the first thing on her list was like, I like the fact that you are a hard worker, something like that.
Yeah.
See, yours is stronger than hers. You understand what I mean? So probably down the line, she's probably going to change up her list because you haven't seen it yet. So she'll probably start to bring out the more positive, stronger qualities about you that she likes, and she'll probably revise her don't like list to match you a little better. And it might help y'all to realize how much you really appreciate each other, and it may help you to work on some things. So that's just something you can try. You know what I mean? It shouldn't hurt. Now, done in a bad way, it can hurt. Like, well, I don't like the fact that you don't wash. Like you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But it's something that you can try, and it's something women like it when men put forth
like that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Because it
shows her that I'm making an effort towards the relationship to like fix things.
Yeah, and it also shows that you're relaxing your aggression. You're not making demands. You're actually trying to. You're asking for her input. And a lot of men can't do that because they're afraid of what she might say.
Yeah.
I mean,
relationships are fucking, they're hard, they're tricky.
Mm-hmm.
like not tricky, but you know what I mean. It's difficult sometimes.
But I'll tell you something. She's also afraid of what you might say also. So as you don't come at her aggressively, it'll help her to relax and get more comfortable. And she may see a side of you that she has been ignoring or neglecting for a long time. And it may help to, smooth out some things. You might be able to improve some things with that.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's just something you can try, man. I mean, relationships are hard, and I'm somebody in the chat is asking if I'm a doctor. Hell no, I'm not certified in anything. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a psychologist.
Yeah.
But I've been in relationships. I've taken my bumps and bruises, and I've been to couples therapy and shit like that. So you pick up a couple of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit don't always go your way.
Right.
That's one thing about you. That's one thing you learn in relationships. Shit is not always going to go your way, but the way that you handle situations when they don't go your way can help to define you and actually strengthen a lot of the relationships that you're in, whether they're romantic relationships, business relationships, or whatever. You got to be able to handle those losses.
Yeah.
So man, I wish you all the luck in the world. But yeah, try that and definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna try that for sure, and I appreciate your advice.
Yeah, try that and give it a little bit of time and if you get a chance, call back in and let us know how it went. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And if it fails,
to your channel too.
Oh, let me give you. No subscriber. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Mucho. Thanks a lot. But yeah, continue to listen to the show, follow the channel, and we're here every weeknight at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you know how that go.
Okay.
By the way, I have family in Wisconsin. Yeah, my mom's whole side. Side of her family lives in Milwaukee, so I'm very familiar.
Okay.
I've been in Wisconsin a lot. That's like my second home, really.
Yeah, cool.
Cold as a motherfucker.
Milwaukee's only about three hours from here.
Okay, so are you near like the Green Bay area? Because Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm about 40-50 miles north of Green Bay.
Yeah.
Menominee Nation reservation.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, good stuff, man. Thanks for calling in once again. And you have a great night.
Yes, you too. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Peace.
Yeah, thank you.
Good stuff. Y'all can call in too. You want to call in, express yourself, get it off your chest, try to make things a little bit better. 267-874-1949. 267-874-1949. What up, Ant? Ant 777 is in the house. What's good? And Adam Wall, thanks for coming through. Appreciate y'all. Jen Ramirez, Señorita Ramirez, was good. Adam says, I'm afraid for sure of what she may say. She called me gay, and I think she's right. Yeah, come on. Yes. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck, man? Y'all, I swear, every night, y'all hit me with y'all blindside me, hit me with a 2-piece. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, listen. on that writing 10 things down that you like, 10 things, or it doesn't have to be 10 things. It can be just 5 things. 5 things that you like, 5 things that you don't like. There can be some hesitation and some reservation about what the other person might say, because if you're dealing with a woman that goes for the jugular, a woman that's reckless, I swear to God, man, with this social media shit, so many people feel like they have the green light. Like, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself, and there's nothing wrong with being truthful, and there's nothing wrong with being honest. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's also nothing wrong with having some tact. There's nothing wrong with having some decency. There's nothing wrong with taking other people's feelings into consideration. There's nothing wrong with having putting a little bit more touch. Like if a quarterback always throws the ball really hard, you're going to make the ball hard for somebody to catch it sometimes. So sometimes the quarterback has to lob it. Sometimes he has to time things better. He can't always just, throw it like a dart because the play might not call for that. Like, dude, he's only 5 yards away. Why are you throwing bullets? He's 5 yards away. He's wide open. You act like you're throwing in this double coverage. So anyway, yeah. So just the same way that a quarterback would have to put a little touch on the ball in order to make sure that the receiver can catch it. Or in basketball, you got to know how to pass the ball to your teammates, especially if you're a point guard. You have to know what position that they are able to catch passes in order to be put in scoring position. You have to know how to do that. And you can't just pass the ball to everybody the same way. That's not what a point guard does. He studies his team and his teammates, and he learns how to distribute the ball properly to each of the five people on the court. Well, he's the fourth, he's the fifth one, but you understand what I mean. So yeah. If you're dealing with somebody that treats arguments like fights, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. It's not a cool situation. And there are times when you can find yourself in love with somebody who did that shit. Now, before you got with her, you was like, yo, I would never deal with a chick, that would speak negatively on my manhood. You know what I mean? She be telling me I got a little dick. She be telling me that I can't fuck. She be telling me that I can't make her come. And then this shit might all be true. You ain't out of business saying that shit. You couldn't find a better way to say that thing like, well, baby, let me show you how to please me. That probably would have been a lot better than, waiting until your sexual frustrations becomes a powder keg and you just release it on somebody. Hey, cool. And there've been plenty of men who have had to put up with that shit. So you telling your boys, yeah, man, I would never, shit, my woman gotta respect me. She respect me. You know damn well when you get home, she doing you like Jeff on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Jeff's wife on anybody here watch Curb Your Enthusiasm? I can't remember Jeff's wife's name, but remember how abrasive she was. Get the fuck out of here. Whoa, man. Shit is crazy. But it be like that sometimes. Okay. K-Cell, what's good? Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Omar, my namesake. What's going on, my young brother? What's up, man? He says horsepower. All of this polo on, I got horsepower. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you. You already know. All right, man. That's right, JR. That's what's up, man. Feeling that green flex. I appreciate y'all, man. I ain't wear this shirt all winter or fall. I think it's been a minute. I'm about to start back with the. It's been cold, man. So I've been rocking with the sweaters and shit. I'm about to start back with the button downs and shit. I'm about to get back into it. If y'all want to call into the show, 267-874-1949. 267-874-1949. Call in, express yourself. As you can see, there is no censorship on this show. You say it the way you feel it. You spit it the way you mean it, and it's all good. It will definitely be accepted. All right, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Share the show. subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe to the, I said, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me see what this poll is doing. See what the poll is doing. All right, so we got 19 votes on the poll. Have you ever dated, loved, or married someone who you never thought you would ever date or like? It wouldn't let me put enough characters on there. I ran out of characters, so I had to shorten it like that. What I was really trying to say is, have you ever dated, loved, or married somebody who had characteristics who you said that you would never date? Like you might have said, listen, I would never date a chick who had acne. You marrying this chick that got acne. You know why? Because her acne wasn't as important as how she was treating you. You know, you may have realized like, yo, this chick rubbed my back. This chick washed my hair. This chick rubbed my feet. This chick always cared. I said I ain't never had a love like this, and I ain't leaving up for nobody. Yo, the chick is a hottie, and I don't even see the bumps on her face no more. I gave her some Clearasil. I don't know what the fuck for, because I ain't never going nowhere. She treats me, and I am staying here. And I got another baby on the way with I got 2 already, 3, and it's going steady. I'll never be petty and tease her by her face, because to me, she up in this place. And I defend her against anybody. That's my baby body. And I'ma be with her till the end. Yo, she is my lover and my best friend. And nobody can do what she do. And I'ma tell you, in the bedroom, it's like, ooh, I ain't never had a love like this. I ain't never fit a glove like this. And I'ma make sure that we gonna take her to the stop. And yeah, as far as loving her, I won't stop. Oh, what you know? Yo, how it go? I forgot about the bumps on the face. I'm still in the place. Everything is gonna be all right. I'm gonna get her some Clearasil, some Oxycontin tonight. I don't give a fuck. I don't really care. She's sweetest thing all up in here. Yeah. Hey, it go the way it go, baby. It go the way it go, baby. So yeah, that's what I wanted to put in the poll, but it wouldn't give me enough characters. So yeah, and men do this. You know, brothers, y'all know this is what this is. Listen, you can't always be with. Let's just keep it $1. Social media got us thinking that you got to be with somebody that's perfect, and it's cool to see perfection from a distance. But as you get up close, you know you have to see things in real time. You may not look as handsome as you do all the time, you know, in a picture or from far away or in a video or something like that. Up close, you see certain things. You can see, hear, smell. I'm gonna tell you like this, man, and this is some real shit. As far as social media is concerned, a lot of those chicks that you know, they look so pretty and all of that. You know, you got chicks on, chicks on social media, they be using mad filters, dog. You don't know what they look like. This AI shit that they got going on right now, you don't know what these chicks look like. So you might be lusting after these chicks. You know what I mean? She got a bunch of pictures, never smiling with her mouth open. You don't know if she got teeth or not. You might see her teeth might be looking like project windows. Looking out of my project windows. That was a song by Nas on the Nostradamus album. I don't know if y'all know nothing about that. But anyway, yeah. You see these chicks on social media, she might not have nice teeth. And that might be why she's always giving the or the duck lips. That was very popular for a minute. I'm just saying. And even if she shows her teeth, you don't know what she looks like when she talks. Have you ever seen pictures of somebody and you fell in love with the pictures and then you met them in person and you realize that when they talk, their mouth go like that? Her mouth go like this. You ain't know that because she had all still pictures. She ain't had no videos on her page
on her page, she ain't had no pictures. I mean, she ain't had no videos. So her mouth might have moved funny, or might have, she might. Hey, you just never know. You just never know. James Flores says, so Cuckoo Cal in my projects. Yo, man, he just disappeared off the map. I heard he got locked up and all that old crazy shit, but that was a good song, man. He had Milltown on the map for a minute. Stat. My man, Mukan Beer, sing, Duck Lips. That didn't work for me. Just saying. So my point was, from all the way over there, they might be perfect. But up front, you have to deal with who you have to deal with. There is no woman on this earth that is so beautiful, so sexy, so whatever, that there is no man out there that don't want nothing to do with her. Somewhere in her dating history, in her relationship history, she got some man that's like, I wouldn't touch that bitch with a 10-foot dick. Yo, she's not the one that I would ever pick. Yo, yeah, her looks are sick. And yo, she does something really great to the dick, but when you get close to her, you realize that everything that has the good shell ain't that got the prize on the inside. It's sort of like, how the cereals used to have the prize and it was a cheap prize in the cereal box, but But listen, real shit. Every woman out there, no matter how, they can have the biggest, juiciest titties. They can have the fattest, juiciest ass. No, ain't no BBL. This shit is all organic. This is all virgin olive oil. This is coconut oil. Extra virgin. Vegan. But she might have a bad attitude. She might be petty. She might just be the type to get on your fucking nerves. Like, I can't ever have a decent conversation with you. Like you want some other shit. Like, as a matter of fact, I bought a pair. I bought something better for our communication. Like, look, babe, look what I bought. What are these? Like, look, babe, look what I bought. What are those? Earplugs. I got these for us. I'm going to put them in now. Like, do they play music? These keep me from hearing music. And you. They keep me from hearing music and you. Because having silence around you is all I want to do. All you do is talk shit. All you do is be gossiping and shit. And now I ain't really trying to hear none of it. It be like that sometimes, man. It be like that sometimes. Oh, shit. James Florian says, or it might not even be a woman. That's social media for you, boy. You right about that shit. Yeah. But that same type of thinking, even when we're not on social media, unfortunately, it is affecting us to the point where we have social media expectations in our real lives. And sometimes it can get in the way. But as far as what we're talking about tonight, can't cook and keep a dirty house. Can't cook and keep a dirty house, baby. One of the hardest things to ever do in life is to move in with somebody, because you really have to learn how to share. If you're the type of person that's selfish and don't like to share, it's best that you never move in with anybody, because you have to share when you move in with somebody. Even if the only thing that you're sharing is half of the bed, but you got to share that. So if you're the type of person that likes to lay diagonally, yeah, you need your own bed. I like to sleep at the foot of the bed. I like to sleep where the pillows are. Like, how come we can't make a tea as we sleep? You sleep like this, and I'll sleep like this. So let me know in the comments, y'all. Let's do this. Let me know in the comments, brothers and sisters, if you're here. Let me know in the comments, what are some of your deal breakers? What are some of the things about a woman or a man that you said that you would never, ever like or date or deal with? And have you dealt with it, liked it, maybe even married it? For example, I always said I would never deal with a chick. I couldn't date a chick who was flat chested. Like, I need big titties. I do. I need big titties. I need to. Like, my mama didn't breastfeed me. I missed out. I'd be goddamn if I don't get my milk later. But when I was 19 years old, I was dating this chick. She ain't had no ass, she ain't had no titties, she had nothing but a pretty ass face. And I ain't gonna lie, man, that was the worst decision I've ever made in my life. You know, son, I mean, that was the worst decision. Now I understand. I understand why flat-chested women and all of that. Now I see why they be having attitudes and they be off the chain all the time. Now I understand Jada Pinkett Smith. I get it. I totally get it. When a woman doesn't have to search for a bra, if she can go out of the if she can go out of the house with nothing but a shirt on, trust me, that attitude gonna be stank, son. It's gonna be stank. It ain't got nothing to do with her being skinny. There's something, you know, I'm trying to tell you, son. All right. Y'all can keep y'all Jada Pinkett Smiths. Y'all can keep that shit. I don't want none of. I ain't seen nobody besides August Alsina. And you know, he turned gay. She turned him out. Next thing you know, that boy is softer than Cottonelle. He done resurrected Mr. Whipple. He got the Charmin. Somebody squeezing his. Ajit Kumar says your head is shining than my future. You missing some words there, son. You missing at least one word. First of all, that says you're poor. Your poor head shining than my future. I don't know. James Florence says, it's what's on the inside we have to love, give a shit about the outside. That's true. But a man has to become mature before he realizes that it's the inside that counts. And that has to hit him like a ton of bricks. And it does. It does. No man escapes that shit. There are men out there who try to hold on to their shallowness. Like, listen, it's rough once you fall. Once you start getting to a woman's insides, and I'm not talking about through the vaginal canal. Once you start getting into the soul of a woman, you caught. You caught, dog. They know it. You know it. It goes the way it goes. Samsung Nalo says AIDS is a no-go. I should hope so. That's a no-go for me too. James Florence says cheating and criticism. Okay. All right. What else we got? Mr. Singh says if she was just out of a marriage or relationship, rebound mama. Oh, okay. All right. If she was just out of a relationship. So that means you have to ask some probing questions like, yo, all right, I get it that you're single. You're single, right? How long you been single? And how single are you? You know what I mean? Are you dating single? Are you super single? You know, is there somebody out there calling, texting all the time, dropping by, doing drive-bys, delivering lunch to work, putting money in your Cash App? Like, how single are you? Can't how single are you? Can we turn that single right into a double? Can I be there to dig you out of trouble? Are you picking me 1 out of 4? Can I do something to raise the score? And a little bit more. Let me ask you, can I have some things for you? Tasks too. Well, I need to know before I had to close the curtain and end the show. I know that I can be best, and I know that I want you out of the rest, and I have picked you out just like an apple with a bunch of others, but all of my brothers wanted you before, but I got you, and I gotta make sure that you're not a whore. And even if you was, it had to be a long time ago, because right now I can't deal with me no hoe. But I like you to be a hoe in the bed. Yeah, you heard what I said. Well. Okay. All right. What else? All right. I can keep it going. I have never said that I would deal with a woman who didn't have kids. As a matter of fact, I like women who have kids better than women who don't have kids. I mean, it might be a personal thing, but women who have kids are more understanding. They seem to understand how the world works. And they also understand that everything can't be done in a microwave type of situation. In other words, they can't just snap their fingers and get everything that they want, because they have to teach their children that way, and they actually have to work for their shit, and they know that things take time. So they understand the process of things a little bit more than people who don't have kids. People who don't have kids, especially women who don't have kids, they have lofty expectations. Sometimes the expectations are a little unrealistic. And that doesn't apply to everybody, because I don't know everybody, but it is what it is. Dimples D's. James says, you said 2 a.m. every weekday you're on. Yep. So tomorrow night we will be right here at 2 a.m. We was here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now we're here tonight. Dimples D says, a narcissistic man, manipulative, selfish, patronizing, and demanding. Okay. But slow down, Dimples, because I'm talking about things that you can kind of see first. Now, I mean, you may be able to see, if you're able to observe a man, you can see whether he's narcissistic, manipulative, selfish, patronizing, or demanding. But what about some other things? Like, what about some physical characteristics? Like maybe I don't know. Maybe a lot of women out here, they talk about a man's height. Oh no, he got to be over 6 feet tall. It sounds really stupid, especially to men who are under 6 feet tall, like me. But your preference is your preference. So if you don't feel like you could be turned on with a man that's under 6 feet, I mean, that's just like I said, she got to have big juicy titties, fat old ping ping. Fat old ping ping. So I can understand. I mean, he got to be over 6 feet. He got to be over 6 feet. It is what it is. Omar says, where'd my comment go? Well, I ain't do nothing with it. He says, First Amendment. What's going on? Well, don't put it past YouTube. If you cursed in a comment, a lot of times it won't put it up there. If you curse in a comment, and I know that from being like making comments on other people's videos, like one time I wrote EAD, which stood for eat a dick, you stupid MF. And they warned me. They said, yo, you do that again or keep doing that, we're gonna take your channel down and everything. I was like, dang. I didn't even curse. I'm like, EAD could have stood for anything. MF could have stood for anything. EAD could have stood for everything all day. I don't know. You know what I mean? But yeah, so you got to watch it. He said, First Amendment, what's going on here? I'm calling Elon. Said, yeah, I'm pretty aggressive. Yeah. If you wrote it, if you put curse words in it, they will filter that shit out. You better check your notifications. They might have warned you about that shit. But yeah, but some people can curse on here and I see it. I'm like, wow. Well, look at here. So some people can get away with it and some people can't, just like social media. Singh says, I've married 2 women, one taller than the other, just as tall. Some men can't handle that. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't handle that. Tall women are often very insecure, for real. Because I mean, most women out here are shorter. So you deal with a chick that's over 5'10", a lot of times she, a little self-conscious about that. She's taller than all her girlfriends, and she might not even play basketball. But then people are asking if she play basketball. It can be a pain in the ass. It can be a pain in the ass. Like, why can't I just sew and cook and take care of kids, do hair or some shit? I mean, it is what it is. A lot of men don't like women who wear weaves, wigs, short hair. Everything ain't for everybody. So, there might be things that you said that you would never deal with, and you might have met somebody. A lot of people get into relationships at work. Those work-driven relationships. And one of the reasons work-driven relationships are so popular is because you're with a person 8 hours a day. You really get a different view of them. First of all, you see them in a professional atmosphere. So you already know that you already know how they handle their business as far as where they make their money. That can be attractive. And then on top of that, 2 things normally happen when you are very close to a person on a regular basis. Either you're going to start to get really close to them, or it's going to make you want to be away from them more and more. So sometimes people at work that you really thought were kind of ugly before, all of a sudden it's like, start getting dreamy-eyed on her. Well, damn, I didn't know she was working with all of that. And shit, she been looking, I don't know, she must have started making money on this job. She's starting to look good. So here you are, previously saying that you would never date a chick who had a weave down to her, with them long ass braids all the way down to her ass. Guess who you go with? That chick with the weave all the way down to her ass on some half a Crystal Gale shit. You was half a Crystal Gale. James Florence says, I like tall women. That's what's up. Singh says, would you date a woman with a weave or extension? And she is bald? Well, I've dated a lot of women who had weaves and wigs and all that shit. And trust me, when I was younger, I said I never would. But it was easier to say it when I was younger, because women didn't wear weaves and wigs when I was a teenager. There wasn't none of that. We ain't have to deal with that shit. If you wore a weave when I was a teenager, you was an outcast. Like, she got all that fake hair on. Like, it wasn't like that. Now you be more surprised if she has real hair. It is what it is. I come from the perm era. We in the clip-on era now, or the glue era, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I've done it before, and unfortunately, even though I say I wouldn't, I would do it again. Fuck it. Now the hardest thing for me to deal with is the makeup. That should be in the way. That makeup should be in the way. That should be in the way. That shit clogs up sink, make all kinds of shit black. You're like, what the fuck is all this black shit? Like she rubbing Looking like she rubbing black licorice everywhere. Like, what's going on? Melting black wax around here. What we doing? Got a few more minutes left in the show. Singh says more men wear man units. Listen, I've never known a man who wore man unit. I don't know one. I've seen them on videos and I've never known a man that was. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't even be friends with a man who would do no shit like that. We not doing that. We not doing that, dog. Listen, I used to have hair that I really liked. When it was gone, it was gone. Life goes on. You will get used to a bald head. But any man who would fake the funk with fake hair on his head, that's not the kind of man that I could, because I'm going to be clowning you. I'm just keeping a buck. I'm clowning you. There's no way you getting out of being clowned around me if that's what you do. Like, to each his own, but you don't need to be around me. You don't need to be around me. Yeah, no. It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. James says, can't do the makeup. She got to be natural. I understand. He says, what the fuck is a man unit? Okay. So men who are bald or going bald, especially the men who are going bald, they can have like, okay, you know how a man has a toupee? Well, now they have a toupee for like black men that looks like you got a regular fade and just hair up top. So it works sort of like a wig, but they got to cut it and all that. Now, I've never seen it done in person, but they have the videos on it. With the word, the place where we got the word man unit from was Cat Williams. Cat Williams said that Steve Harvey was wearing a man unit all those years, and he was. That was definitely a wig. I remember saying back then, like, we into the 2000s, he's still wearing a high top fade. And that thing is always, first of all, it was too damn dark. Steve Harvey is way older than I am. And I'm like, whenever I see a man with some age on him, and I'm like, so you ain't got no gray hair, dog? Now, I had an older cousin who went into his 60s, no gray hair. But it wasn't no super dark jet black hair. And I'm like, come on, dog. You should jet black. James says Cat Williams is the shit. Well, yeah, he definitely outed. He's never been a friend of Steve Harvey. So, Info Spot 411, what's going on, my dude? Says just wear an Eagles hat, good to go. Man, I don't even wear hats. I wear a skull cap for the winter, but other than that, I don't wear baseball caps and all that shit. Not me. I used to. When I had hair, I wore baseball caps. Now I don't have no hair. I don't wear no hair. Go figure. But it's not the end of the world. It absolutely is not the end of the world. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate it. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, this is the Daily Go Getimism Show. And we have been talking about she can't cook and keep a dirty house. So we talking about things that turn a man off that he might still date a woman for or with. Well, he said he didn't like it, but he said he didn't like it. He would never deal with it. But look, he is liking the look and the feel with it. Well, times done change, and sometimes you gotta rearrange and do whatever fits your best. And if you do that shit, keep your cards close to your chest. You ain't gotta play them in front of everybody, but you got yourself a good girl, a hell of a hottie. Well, you ain't gonna let her go. You ain't gonna let her swim away from you. Everything is gonna be okay with y'all. Yo, you gotta and you stand tall. Yeah, sometimes you get a little out of pocket, but you still gotta put this plug in the socket. This word. All right. James Floyd says, I come from an era where if you didn't have hair, throw a bandana on. I'm wearing one right now, but I got hair with or without hair. Bandana's always good. you know, man. You know what I think about every time I think about losing hair and have a bandana? Goddamn Hulk Hogan. That motherfucker, yo, to this day, he's still Hulk Hogan still wearing breakaway shirts and remember they booed his ass. They booed his ass out of the stadium in Inglewood, California. Like, fuck out of here. Boo. Boo, Hulk with your racist ass. They had enough. Hulk Hogan is done. He's done. But I always think about Hulk Hogan when I think about a bandana. I always think about Hulk Hogan when I think about a bandana. Yeah, brother. Drink all American beer. Boo! Get the fuck out of here. Boo! They would not stop booing him. They wouldn't stop booing Hulk Hogan. Like, no, you're gonna get this work. James says, what do you want to be talking about tomorrow? Funny you should ask. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about music. And we're going to talk about, it's funny you should ask. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the bands or the groups that suffered the worst when their lead singer left. The groups that suffered the worst or that changed the worst or that went down after the lead singer left. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. We're going to have some fun tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it already. Tomorrow, bands that went away, went down, lost their quality when the lead singer left. Commodores, Van Halen, Journey, LTD, Fleetwood Mac, many others. Temptations? That's what we're going to talk about tonight. This should be interesting. This should be a good show. Oh, shit. Now, he know I was about to end the show. He called. I ain't mad at him, though.
Call.
What's good, my dude?
Ed from the.
What's good? How you feeling tonight?
Hey, terrific. Hey, it's Ed from Detroit, as you might know.
I do know.
All right. Hey, I know it's the end of the show, but you mentioned Hulk Hogan, so I have something really funny to tell you about him that'll leave us on a good note and a laugh here.
Let's do it.
I'm not sure if you knew this. Anyway, he missed out on millions and millions of dollars. A story. The company that made the George Foreman grill approached him and his agent. And he was also approached about making some blender thing and just basically giving his name an endorsement. And this is back, I want to say, like in the mid-90s when they first came out with that damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, I think the blender, he said his story was he went with the blender because he did some wrestling stuff where he would put eggs and other crap in there and talk about saying your prayers and eating your vitamins and all this other garbage while he was taking steroids, you know. So he thought the blender, Hulk Hogan blender, would be a better deal to advertise with, and he made about $200,000 or $300,000 on it. So the company doing that grill got George Foreman's endorsement, and then he got like a residual off that thing, and he made millions and millions of dollars on the thing. So fucking idiot!
Wow!
Millions of dollars on that grill.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that exposed his ass was his son was with this friend of his who was in the Marine Corps, and they got in this
he was basically reckless or careless driving, doing like 100 some miles an hour in some real expensive sports car and crashed it. And this guy's still like disabled as of today. And he did some time. He had to do some time in the jail. And this jail got a hold of this recorded phone call, and he had no care in the world for this guy who at the time he was in a hospital line in like critical condition, you know, didn't know if this kid was going to live or die. So he's talking to his son, Nick's his name, Nick Hogan, just a complete loser, spoiled by his dad like his daughter. And it's about like, well, you know what we'll do is
Oh shit. I don't know. His phone must have went out. It's not mine. It's not mine. He'll call right back in. Better hurry up though, because we already in OT. So I got okay. There we go.
You have a call
All
from
right.
Ed from Detroit.
All right. I don't know. You
Sorry
got cut
about that.
off?
Might have been my cell phone that cut out.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Real quick. So anyway, he was on there, and this guy, they're not sure if he's going to live or die at the time, who was in this car crash with his son Nick, and his son Nick's in jail. So he's telling him about doing a reality show and repairing his image and this and that and all this other stuff. And then the phone call leaked out. Oh, it was bad.
Wow.
To that other guy, Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Uh-huh.
And that one phone call leaked out. He made it to son about, we can't hire this black guy on the show or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hulk Hogan just went too far with it. Like,
yeah,
it was too dirty. Like, damn. I mean, you know what? I don't think black people expect all white people to be 100% liberal or anything like that. But like that shit Hulk Hogan was talking about, like, yo, like he had no filter. He ain't give a fuck. And it had too much maliciousness in it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like you one of those. So you've been smiling in black people's faces all of these years, and it's all just been a show. I mean, the shit he said, if he was gonna fuck a black guy, then I would want it to be like an 8-foot black guy, like, you know, like a basketball player. Like damn, dude. So okay, all right. So it would have to be like for the money, you know, like for the money or clout. Yeah. And a lot of white people didn't appreciate what Hulk said. Like that shit just didn't go over well. Hold on a second.
yeah.
I see we have another caller. Listen, this is going to be the last call too. We got.
You have a call from.
All right, Anonymous, what's good? You're on the line.
You're still a fraud, man.
Oh shit! Look at this.
You're still a fraud, man. You don't think you got away from me?
I didn't know I was running. I'm here every night. The fuck? Who am I running from?
You ain't got away from me. You ain't got away from me.
All right, Ed, we about to get on up out of here. Oh, hey, he hung up. All right, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, yeah.
He hung up.
Not like the troll end the show.
I swear, right? Like, you know, where these motherfuckers when I need them? They want to come when they want to come after I don't give a shit. It's not fair. It's just not fair. But it's all good.
Yeah, maybe it was Crazy Steve.
Nah, that ain't Crazy Steve. Crazy Steve is actually a fan. You know, shoot, he gave up $100. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I don't have nothing bad to say about Steve anymore. Shit, he don't. You know, he's my Elon Musk.
Oh boy! All right, well, I'll get you tomorrow night. Music is the topic.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time tomorrow night, man. Have a good one. Be safe.
Hey, you too.
All right. Good stuff, man. In advance, I want to thank all of y'all for coming through. We're going to do these birthday shout-outs, and let's get on up out of here. Let's see. We have some birthday shout-outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 16th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. Look at the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Erica Hall. Happy birthday to you, and also Amira Michelle, Tatiana Garcia, Cheryl Renee, John Nix, Devin Williams, Grindle Smith, Petey Crack, Kelly Brown, Brown, my man Go Getter Kareem Smith. Last but not least, I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all, and I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious January 16th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn to rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, go hard, go for yours, and remember, yo, you thought she was a loser, turned out to be a winner. It ain't the way that you start, but it's the way you finish. And sometimes you can't really diminish the way that somebody has an impact on you. Sometimes they're going to really get up on you. And you can't get away. You ain't even trying to run. Yo, you've been dealing with him for a while. It's kind of fun. And he ain't done. And you ain't going to be done for a while. Everything's good because it's your style. Yo, brother, you down with the system. Y'all about to make a bunch of little misses and misses this word. And it's kind of absurd that anybody trying to separate. They're going to have to wait because you're not done having this fun. And y'all are the 752 and also the one that nobody can separate. Turn 2 into 1. That's kind of great. And I ain't gonna diss nobody. Yo, it works for you. It don't have to work for me. What you eat don't make me shit. And I can see that, yo, that's a perfect fit for y'all. Yo, y'all stick together and stand tall. So that's just how it go, man. You know, it ain't the way you start. It's the ways you finish. You may not have had as much of an attraction to somebody when you first started out, and you may have expressed that to somebody else or even yourself. And next thing you know, I said the next thing you know, you're gonna wind up being in the throes of holy matrimony. So y'all, I want y'all to have a good night. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night. But, I need to tell y'all that. Tomorrow night, we're on at 1 o'clock, not 2 o'clock. We're on at 1 o'clock on Fridays because, you know, I be trying to get up out of work and all that stuff. So we'll be 1 a.m. tomorrow instead of 2 a.m. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's always 2 a.m. But tomorrow night, it'll be at 1 a.m. But if you come at if you come at 2 o'clock, we'll still be here, but it's going to start at 1. All right, so hit the like button and share the show. It's time for me to pack up. It's time to go. Yo, I appreciate y'all coming through. You know how we are. You know how we do. Peace, y'all.